After School Special Podcast. After School Special Podcast. After School Special Podcast. After School Special Podcast.
Welcome to After School Special Podcast. Today on the After School Special Podcast, Don and Aaron talk about the show that I started, Robert Stack.
We know his face from that other show about the unexplained. His deep, penetrating eyes seem to hide the secrets of all the world's unsolved mysteries. Yet when we met Robert Stack the other day, he told us about a few that still had him baffled.
What if you could change channels at will, tune into programs no one else could see? And what if you could never turn the set off? The idea of a creature larger than a gorilla with an odor like a skunk might seem far-fetched. Fact, fantasy, and history have come together to tease the imagination. We scream, we jump, we laugh, and we go home. Perhaps the answer will come someday soon, when the skies open up over another small community and the blobs once again fall to earth. Is the treasure that Babe and Doc Mouse discovered an elaborate scam, or is it real? You be the judge. Write to Unsolved Mysteries, P.O. Box 11449, Burbank, California, 91510, 1449.
Okay, so yeah, on After School Special Podcast, we're talking about unsolved mysteries, mysteries that are not solved with Robert Stack. And if you know who he is, he's the guy that wears the trench coat and is very mysterious. It technically could be kind of like a deep throat. Possibly you don't know if he's a villain, possibly the pedophile. No, I'm not going to say that about Robert Stack.
Whoa, no.
I'm not going to say that. But no, it's like he's detective. He's a gumshoe. He's a hardtack detective looking for mysteries that are unsolved. The first episode that they did was about aliens, and I was like, oh shit, I'm hooked, because you didn't see anything, like you didn't have ancient aliens like you do now. And to be honest, I trust Robert Stack a lot more than I trust that Greek guy.
And then we come out of the smoke wearing trench coats, probably had a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking unfiltered Pall Malls. Welcome to the show.
You think Robert Stack smoked Pall Malls, or did he have cigars? Does he look? He looks like a cigar man. Robert.
I don't think he smoked at all. In fact, I think he was relatively healthy his entire life.
He just had the allure of a smoky allure, musky.
Well, like, I don't know if we're going to do so much as a deep dive into Stack himself.
Sure. He was a heartthrob back in the day.
Yes, he was.
They played off, I'm assuming, when he has this whole kind of detective vibe, they're going back and pulling from his Untouchable days when he used to play on that show. And they just like, fuck it, put him on the trench coat, because that's where everybody knows him from that show. And
well, yeah, he's got the deep voice, commanding presence.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was able to look into your soul whilst watching this. I'll talk a little bit about Unsolved Mysteries. Unsolved Mysteries. Let's get into it, gang. Latchkey kids. Well, little background about Unsolved Mysteries. Unsolved Mysteries is an American mystery documentary TV show. It was created by John Cosgrove and Terry Neer. They documented cold cases, paranormal stuff, which I guess people consider UFOs paranormal. I didn't quite think that was paranormal. Thought it was ghosts and fucking ghouls and shit like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, like things that aren't real. And UFOs, those are real. Bigfoot, that's real too. Mothman as well. They never actually talked about Mothman, which I thought was weird. But anywho, the full-fledged series started October 5th, 1998. It had begun as a TV special.
You said 1988 or 1998?
1988.
88, okay.
Yep.
On NBC, right?
Yeah, 9 seasons on NBC, and then, you know, CBS, and then Dennis Farina took over at some point, I think in 1999 or 2000, which, a little funny story, pretty sure Dennis Farina and my Aunt Marie were close. I can't, my fucking family listens to this now.
Like pen pals?
No, I can't fucking, yeah, they're pen pals. They went to the bar, they wrote each other letters.
Uh-huh.
They had a couple drinks and then wrote each other letters at her apartment or his apartment.
There you go.
Pen pals.
That's what they used to do in the, 90s, 80s? What time frame are we talking about?
The 1800s.
Yeah, the 1800s. They went over people's houses and just wrote letters, right? Like, that was their text messaging.
Yep.
Basically.
They wrote letters, and Yeah, what the fuck did they do back then? There had to have been
The
some
telegram?
type of message service.
They had the telegram like.
And then,
Is that the
what is-
telegram?
That's not fuck, dude.
It's a little
I know
tippy
we're getting
tappy.
into- So, real quick, Robert Stack, our boy Stacks. He was around. He looked like the fucking Scruff McGruff dog, but sexier.
Well, I don't know.
Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652, I think is the address, which I'm pretty sure the only thing that lives there now is this boarded up building. Scruff McGruff got put out to pasture, if you know what I mean.
I
Old
think
Gillard.
it's a pet cemetery.
Wink, wink,
there.
wink, wink, wink. There's a pet cemetery there?
Yeah, and Scuff McGruff is there. Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry.
You think he's got a human dick? This is what this podcast is about. We might as well give the
Well-
audience what they want.
Maybe a strap on. Would it like surprise you? Like he was born? Nah, I'm not going there. I'm not going
half
there.
Man, half dog.
There you go. Yes.
You ever think like go to a fucking I don't know, go to like a festival or something, you see this fucking 9-foot tall bloodhound in a trench coat coming up to you, and it's just like you just know you're gonna get your throat eviscerated, or he's gonna take a dump on your shoes.
Who would win, Scooby-Doo or Scruff McGruff?
Scruff McGruff.
You
Come
think
on.
so?
Yeah, because the Scooby-Doo's all woke now.
Oh, I didn't know that. Why is he woke?
Yeah. Well,
Why is he woke?
so
well,
you didn't see the new cartoon?
no.
It's not even woke. I don't care about it. It's supposed to be an adult cartoon. It seems pretty funny. Right? I'm sure they're like vegetarian or something now, or vegan.
Oh man. Does-
Yeah, like Scooby-Doo's got IBS or something. You can't eat gluten.
You know, because dogs lick themselves. Does he ever lick himself on the cartoon? Like, are they?
Better question: does Scruff McGruff lick his fucking dick? 9-foot tall bloodhound,
It's maintenance.
getting down and just like squatting
Yeah,
real quick.
and
Doing squat and just like "Arr, nom, 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 nom."
Does he take off the trench to do that? And does he have like human underwear underneath that? That's a better question.
No, I'm pretty sure he's naked. That's why Robert Stack would probably like when it comes to people or dudes wearing trench coat. I put Raphael from Ninja Turtles.
Oh no. Okay,
He's
that's
like-
number one on the list.
No, he's like number 3. Scruff McGruff, I'd say number 2. You got Stacks is number 1, but then you also have like who else wears a fucking trench coat?
Christopher Lambert, Highlander 1. Or
Yeah,
all the
see, that's
Highlanders.
pretty good.
All-time trench.
Yes.
I love this list. Christopher Lambert. You got Robert Stack. You got Scruff McGruff. Oh, the Columbo. Fucking Columbo.
Columbo. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who the
They're all
fuck
detectives.
am I thinking of?
Or Highlanders. They're all Highlanders and
I think so, man. I think what's his name? Mario Van Peebles, Highlander. He did wear a trench coat for a little bit. It was more of like a rain trench. And then what's his name from the TV show? He wore a trench coat too. Fucking Highlander. Everyone's wearing trench coats except for Sean.
Well, you gotta
Connery.
hide
He's
that
just trying to
sword.
be a fake Spanish person. Oh
But-
yeah, that's true.
they gotta hide
Yeah.
the big sword. That's what she said.
I
Trench
can't
coat
think of-
mafia.
Trench coat. Okay, wait, hold on. We might not want to go that route. It is making fun of white people.
No, I
like
thought we
are
were
the
doing
worst.
famous trench coats. That-
Oh no! Oh, famous trench coats. Okay, trench coats. I could say
well,
Spark.
you did Raphael in Teenage Mutant Ninja
No, that's not
Turtles.
good enough. That's
No?
not good enough, Don.
Jesus
Trying
Christ.
to think. Fucking
Could
trench.
just-
Oh, Dusters, Renegade. Fuck yeah, dude. Number 1.
Duster's Renegade. The
Fucking
show?
Renegade with the show Renegade. Look it up. Now
Lorenzo
start playing this
Lamas?
Fucking yeah, fucking Renegade. I know It's Always Sunny fucking did that, but fuck
Yeah,
it.
no. Damn, I forgot about Lorenzo Lamas. Damn, dude.
Yeah, he went all fucking crazy though. I think he's like Chachi. That Scott Baio ish went like full
Oh, no
full
kidding.
trumper.
I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna say he went the Steven Seagal route where he like took himself way.
That's
too-
who I was thinking of. Steven Seagal.
He wore a trench.
trench coat, and I think he ran in one. Maybe not. I just
No,
keep
he had
thinking
the
maybe it's
leather.
just Lorenzo Lamas.
Yes.
Yeah, he had the fucking short leather. Anyways, Robert
think-
Stack.
I think they all. No. Steven and Lorenzo Lamas had the leathers. I don't remember him ever wearing a trench coat.
Lorenzo Lamas
'Cause he's
wore
on a
fucking
motorcycle.
Duster. Yeah, he wore a duster. That's technically a trench coat. It's not like Robert Stack, like I'm gonna solve this crime and fuck your bitch at the same time.
Jesus.
It's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm sure Robert Stack did that all the time. He fucking was just slamming puss.
Hey babies, you liking the show? Well, thanks. Leave a 5-star rating and a comment, please. Do you want to see the guys' faces? Well, they got YouTube videos. It comes out every Wednesday before the episode comes out on Friday. You can watch this podcast on any major platform you listen to. Rate 5 stars and comment. Thanks, babies.
All right, Unsolved Mysteries, as I was saying, is documenting cold cases, paranormal phenomenon, which in turn includes UFOs, Bigfoot, that type of shit. It was 7 specials that were originally presented by Raymond Burr, Carl Malden, and Robert Stack, but fucking Stacks, man. Stacks made it into a series, and it went for 10 seasons. They did a run on CBS, which was a 12-episode run in 1990, and then they moved to Lifetime. And 2002, Stacks fucking disappeared. He died. 2007 was when Dennis Farina, rest his soul as well, took over, and they kind of repackaged it into segments from the original episodes. So they just took old episodes. And now we're getting into it where Stacks, he's not back, but he's back in spirit in the beginning of the Unsolved Mystery series that's on Netflix. And then you see like the smog, and then, oh, Robert Stack's right there in his face, and he's looking all serious. What are we gonna do with you?
Did you know it got renewed too? I didn't think it was gonna get renewed. I love it.
Fuck yeah, dude. I knew it was gonna get renewed. That's a good fucking show.
You like the Netflix, the new one?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I like it so much more than, well, like, not that Stacks is iconic.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna call him Stacks because, you know, he's a fucking dude on here, man. He looks, you know, fucking solid in a trench suit, even a captain's uniform. If you've ever seen the movie Airplane, give me a break. He's not only a great and talented actor, he's also a comedian. Let's get into Stacks real quick. What do you say? I'm going to do this a little quick jump. Robert Stack was an American actor known for his deep voice and commanding presence. He appeared in over 40 feature films. To be honest, the one that we know him for the most, because I didn't know him in The Untouchables. I sure shit wasn't watching them because I wasn't even a tickle in my daddy's sack at that time.
Whoa, Jack.
But what? I started watching Unsolved Mysteries like right away. Because, and what brought me, and I don't know what brought you to it, Don. For me, it was the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yeah.
I started getting into that. And my brother Tyler started doing like more research and like legitimate research on vampires and wanted to be a vampire. And I hope this embarrasses his ass, but he would stay out of the sun, wouldn't eat garlic, you know, started like he got pretend fangs. And he had this widow's peak for a while. Now he doesn't have any hair.
As a kid, oh boy. That's cold. That's cold.
Got his ass.
Oh.
Got his ass. But no, Tyler was my inspiration for getting into UFOs because he was so passionate about the vampire shit. We've alienated a whole group of women. This is a male-dominated show. I keep fucking up with this show.
No.
Robert Stack.
Stack.
Big swinging dick Robert Stack.
Yes. Who was actually in real life a detective.
What?
No,
see?
I'm fucking around. I don't know.
Fucking, you goof.
Sounded good.
You goofing. Well, he did win an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in the film Written on the Wind. That was 1956. So I didn't realize the years that he was alive was 1934. He was born in 1934. Died in 2003.
Oh, was it 3? Okay, I thought it was 2002.
Yeah, so he had critical acclaim for a lot of movies. He starred in a lot of movies during World War II. Stack served as an aerial gunnery officer and gunnery instructor in the United States Navy. A lot of these older dudes, they still made their time to serve. You know, he had a good career. I completely forgot he was in basketball.
Yes, he was. That's right.
Was it? He was playing Robert Stack as in Unsolved Mysteries.
Man, I gotta watch that show again.
But he was on like Murder, She Wrote and Muppets Go Hollywood. We don't really need to talk too much about his movies, but like Unsolved Mysteries was the thing that kind of put him in the zeitgeist of at least our generation and how much we like revered him, how much we loved that show because it was our first introduction to aliens, ghosts, also serial killers. It basically what probably got a lot of us into true crime podcasts and shit like that, all the true crime crap. This was the quintessential start of that and obsessions for it. I think there were definitely episodes too that they were probably going to do and government may or may not have gotten involved, or the fact that they did put these out there. Maybe Robert Stack was a disinfo agent. How about that?
Disinfo agent, oh my God.
Trying to skirt blame and trying to say like, hey, we all know, and everyone that listens to this podcast knows, Bigfoot, he can travel through dimensions. He's like the Predator. He can disappear. What is it that the Predator has that makes him invisible?
The camouflage thing?
Camouflage, yeah.
Yeah.
And then aliens. We all know aliens. They're gray. They smell like farts. Reptilians. They can only live within... Which I don't think there was ever in... Audience, if there was a reptilian episode, I would like to see it. I don't think they ever said anything about it, mainly because, you know, Hollywood is ran by them. And what? And
here you go again with this shit.
But you also have small grays. Look it up, man. There's Venusians. I want to, you know what? The types of aliens. Fuck it. I wish Staxies would have done this. Okay, so the first episode was the Rendlesham Forest incident, which is all about, you know, UFOs and whatnot. Is basically they found a UFO in the forest, Rendlesham Forest, and a lot of crazy shit happens in there. Phoenix Lights was the fourth episode. I remember seeing that. Original air date was 1999. The Rendlesham Forest incident was 1991 was the original air date. Mexico UFOs, like there was the Vancouver Lights. They were dealing with a lot of UFO stuff. Men in Black, Friendly Ghosts, The Blob, Interceptors, Life on Mars, which we all know that that's fucking true because they found that door to what looks like possibly a house of some sort. It's not like, you know, the typical duplex or anything. And Maud and Frank, you know, two Irish immigrants coming over, living in a fucking Mars duplex along with a.
Now, is that a door?
Upstairs.
It looked like a. They said it looked like an animal that was like on the planet. They zoomed
What?
in. You didn't see that?
No, I saw the fucking door.
But
But
said, it
real-
looks like an animal. It looks like some sort of ancient. No, not an animal. It looked like a statue of what was an animal on Mars. You know what I mean? Like, so. Yeah. So it was like this is an ancient monument of what was once a species on Mars, and it looked like an elephant. And then now they're just saying, no, just rock formations that just look like this. So who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
Unsolved.
I didn't fucking know that. Well, yeah, what is it? You know, I don't know if it was because of Unsolved Mysteries, but I know that they were one of the first ones to post the Unabomber sketch.
Really?
And they were, yeah.
See,
oh, yeah.
Okay, so Unsolved Mysteries, when you were watching, came on Fridays, right? Like in the afternoon? Like at night, actually.
Well, at night usually is when I saw it. It would either, I can't remember if it was a Saturday or a Sunday, but it was probably more likely a Friday.
I think it was
'Cause
Fridays.
You do want to get your weekend off right by looking at some creepy shit, but like, so you've seen the picture of the Unabomber, right?
Oh, yeah. The sketch
that they
is
yeah,
the
it looks like
hood,
a
the
Jerry curl.
Ray-Ban shades. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got the Jerry curl and the very fine mustache. Probably looks like someone that hung out in San Francisco.
He would just be a
That's
hipster
fucking
in
gay joke.
today's
Yeah,
society.
no, he would. Yeah, he would more or less be like a hipster. You put him in an Urban Outfitters, and he's gonna sell you, I don't know, Levi's and cups that you don't need that says Mr. and Mrs. and possibly a book about Kama Sutra. So, what was some of your favorite episodes from Unsolved Mysteries? For me, it was the Phoenix Lights one because to me it looked like, and if you don't know, the Phoenix Lights is basically a row of lights that appeared in the skies of Phoenix. I believe took place on March 13th, 1997, and Unsolved Mysteries did an episode that it kind of revolved. It looked like these lights were in the shape of a triangle, but the size of it was massive. So basically what it could have been, or what they had said is that it could have been flares dropped by an A-10 Warthog aircraft. Bullshit, because it all fucking stood together in the same row. They're hiding shit from us. Not as much anymore, but they're giving us little things here and there because they've been building this shit for forever. And they take the shit out there, or they're getting us ready for something. I think there is an armada heading our way. The government has been preparing us for what inevitably will be our extinction. Robert Stack brought attention to it, and they took him out in 2003.
Or is he in hiding? Don't you think he just magically disappeared into the smoke?
I wish that was the truth.
Like he did a Ben Kenobi. Like he disappears, but his trench coat just flops to the ground. Like,
someone picks it up and then becomes the new Stack.
yes.
The Robert
yes,
Stack.
Yes.
I don't know.
The cult of Stack.
The cult of Stack.
See, now we're back to
Well,
cults.
Yeah, man, I really do want to start a cult.
I know you do, buddy. You'll get there.
Yeah. Hopefully one day. Hopefully I'll get my shit together and people will understand kind of what comes out of my mouth and that it's not all bullshit. Some of it's bullshit. Most of it's bullshit.
You just have to believe what you say.
Hey guys, if you like to see us in the flesh, we have video highlights of our episodes we release on every Wednesday before the new episode that comes out Friday. As always, you can catch this podcast on any major platform you listen to podcasts. Please make sure to rate us 5 stars and comment on how you're liking the show. After School Special Podcast.
It's this lady, and she's like, "Hi, welcome to my vagina."
After School Special Podcast.
What robot pet starts out speaking a unique language, but eventually speaks English? Gloopy? The fuck is a gloopy?
Podcast comes out every Friday. So Stax, he's a fucking man. The reboot, kinda. He was kind of like a John Wayne in a sense.
Yeah.
I think he was more of a dramatic actor than he was, and he had the comedic side as well.
Stack's the best, man. I just remember watching him on Unsolved Mysteries when I was a kid, and I don't know how, but I was able to watch ghost stories, murder mysteries on a Friday. You had a long week of school, and like you said, you watch Unsolved Mysteries on that day. I believe that's when America's Most Wanted kind of started happening too on Fox. So you had Unsolved Mysteries on Fridays. Saturdays was America Most Wanted and Cops, from what I remember. But Unsolved Mysteries had that Friday block. It just captivated people, man. You can start your weekend with some Stack. You chill out. Fall was here, and you get these new episodes, and you just unwind and try to go to sleep, and then you have nightmares as a kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, I never had good dreams after that.
No, even like the I mean, in hindsight, the kind of weaker episodes when it was like talking about the ghost stories never really did anything for me. It was really the murder mysteries and the UFOs. I'm like, oh,
the UFOs
shit.
were the big thing for me, and then when I would watch the murder mysteries, that's where the nightmares would come, because I would then, and I still have this awful fear of someone coming in the night and stabbing me as I sleep, and me just being so petrified that I can't fucking move. But then in reality, I realized that that is not an actual nightmare. I am having sleep paralysis, and that is my sleep paralysis demon, Frederick.
Yeah.
And Stax, I wish you would have done an episode about this, but I always see, or what I think is, a person smiling. Well, since we're talking about unsolved mysteries, let's shoot the shit with some of our unsolved mysteries of our own. Mr. Stack did the UFOs. There was shit that I wish he would have touched on that happened to me at certain points. So there is a place near us, well, not really near us, it's probably about an hour to an hour and a half away from where I live, which is where you live pretty much, Don. And it's called Morrow Road. Have you ever heard of this place?
Mm-mm. No.
So if you're not from Michigan, you probably haven't heard of this, or if you have, people telling the story of the woman that was out late one night, had her baby with her, she was lost, couldn't find anyone, was calling out, couldn't find her baby. You know what? There's so many iterations of the story, I don't even know if it's the right iteration, but she loses her baby. Pretty much, she's a terrible mom. Okay? She loses her baby. She hears the baby crying, but can't find the baby. She stays out there, freezes to death. So when you go to this road, which I've been, you go to this road, you can hear a baby crying if you go deep enough in the woods. Now, mind you, if you're going to go out here, it's a neighborhood. It's not like it's a dirt road. There's woods everywhere, but there's like people that live here. The first time we went, we turned on, like we heard something outside of the truck, and we're kind of freaking out. Now, I'm a fucking chicken shit little bitch. And I'm like laying down, and all of a sudden they turn on the lights because they hear something out there, and it's a fucking black cat walks right past us. That's some bad luck right there, friend. So we got out of the car, we walked around a little bit. Nothing really happened. Cops did come, but they were like, yeah, dude, this isn't where you need to be. Like, you got to go down a little bit further this way, and then you cut to the old Morrow Road. He told us exactly where to go. So the next time when we went out there, we were driving by, and to this day, I saw something, and I blacked out. And then when I came to, we were at my friend's house, and I was crying. And they said that I was like acting weird, that I was silent, and then I started screaming. Why are you looking at me like that?
What? What? I'm listening.
And the only thing I remember, and I told my mom this, because we used to do ghost hunting. She'd be like, you can't come home until you get blessed. And we still came home. It didn't fucking matter. But I remember seeing something without any eyes, look like a woman, or the shadow of no eyes, no, like, I couldn't see him out. It was just a hole. And I saw it for a second, and then I don't remember anything else after that.
White people need to just stay away from the woods. Why do you guys keep going to the damn woods? Leave the woods alone. That's what I got from that story. God damn. This only happens to you guys. Stop going to the woods.
You know what? Just let it be our downfall. Let it
All right, go to the woods.
Do our thing. Yeah.
Go to the woods. What am I saying? White people go to the woods.
White people love the woods.
You do. You do, don't you?
We like hiking, and literally all that is just walking uphill, and that's it. No purpose, just walking uphill, or possibly from side to side. Just to walk.
No,
I love walking. You know how much I walk.
Oh yeah, you're a walking motherfucker, man. And all those stories, I mean, every now and then you got some minorities saying, oh yeah, I might have seen some UFOs. Oh yeah, I might have seen some ghosts. But the large majority of them, it's white people.
Oh yeah, crazy motherfuckers too sometimes. It's like I got Elvis came down with a UFO and he stuck a guitar up my ass.
Well, that might have happened. But my whole point is, like, white people are so privileged. They have everything. And they also have the privilege of the only people that see ghosts. It's like, goddamn. You never see no black people saying, oh, I seen the ghost. Like, no. It's only white people.
No, you know what?
I've seen ghosts. I've seen UFOs. It's like, goddamn.
You know what I think about that is that you do see ghosts. You just don't say anything because you want us to keep believing. Like, oh yeah, no, I saw that motherfucker.
Oh, we just want to make y'all seem crazy.
Yeah. What are you talking about, ghosts?
I don't know. Somebody explained to me that ghosts are here or spirits are here because they have unfinished business or they need to, like, be told to go away. So is that true?
I do that with my kids, but they still don't go away.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The best part of Unsolved Mysteries is when they did the updates. Like, update. Like, they'll show the story, and then you have Robert Stack saying, update. And then they were like, this mystery has been solved. And you never...
This mystery has been solved. Stephen is still dead, but we did find his killer.
Yeah, no, though. Man, I used to love that part. Because you'd be like, damn, what a great story. And then you think the story is done, and he'd be like, update. And be like, this story... We found the actual killer. He did this and did that. I'm like, wow, that's so awesome. It's not just unsolved anymore.
Update. Sheila was acting fucking crazy, so I slapped up a bitch. Update. Mom is calling me for some reason.
Well, maybe it's important. Maybe.
Here, I'll just check the voicemail real quick.
Yeah.
This is Betty, your mother. Call me. Please. Bye.
That doesn't sound good. Hold on a second.
Update.
Yeah, well, it sounded like you were upset on the phone, and then, well, at least to me, and maybe I'm triggering myself as to, we're doing a episode on Robert Stack and Unsolved Mysteries. Yeah, Don's doing fucking great. I'm so, like, out of it and fucking tired.
I'm tired too.
So, and Don he's hungover and shit. So it's like, this is podcasting material here, because I played your voicemail and then we're listening to it. It's like, oh, that sounds serious. Okay, I need to call her back.
Update.
This heavyset lady that needs a walker. She's an office manager because they thought she wasn't coming in. Well, why don't you call her and find out if she's coming in? Or just tell her, no, why don't you just stay one more day at home? That would have made 5 days. No, they're too chicken shit.
Mom.
I'm just, like, over them. Anyways, whatever.
You're on the podcast.
I am?
Yep.
No, don't put me on the podcast.
That's why this is what you get for talking shit about your boss.
Update.
I don't want people to get sick. But, so anyway, I took a test. I'm good.
All right.
I love you. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so that was my mom telling me she doesn't have COVID because she knows how much I worry about her. And I'm
that's
the only one on
great.
my fucking brothers that keeps up with the COVID protocols, mainly for her sake, because no one else seems to care about workers' rights anymore. They'll just have us work until we fucking die for profits. Fuck all that shit. Unsolved Mysteries solved. Update. Aaron, back at it again. Unsolved Mysteries. So... for me, it was important in my life because it introduced me to so many things. The Smiling Man, Ingrid Cold, which I talked about, who had, more or less, you could say was the Mothman. Aleister Crowley opened the gates of hell. Did you know that? And allowed the Green Man to come through? Came out of his ass.
Is that canon?
That is canon. That is Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, yeah. Well, shit, man. Marvel's doing wonderful things, They just released the werewolf shit. What was that?
What is it? I don't know, man. All that fucking shit is garbage. Can this just be a show where we complain like old fucking men yelling at the wall? Well, I used to watch Unsolved Mysteries back in the day, and I'm a Robert Stack fan, and now they have him as a fog that comes up near the Unsolved Mysteries sign. And they don't talk about real unsolved mysteries anymore. They talk about true crime, people getting shot in the face, and I want to see stuff about aliens and Bigfoot and the bog monster, frogman, and the melon heads. I can name all these fucking things all day long. You got melon heads. You know what those are? Waterhead babies.
It sounds
It's
like
too much water
candy.
on the head.
That's what it sounds. It sounds like candy to me. I'm like, oh, is this candy?
Yeah,
it sounds
most
like
of
dollar
them-
store candy or
Yeah,
penny candy.
Bigfoot shoes. Bigfoot shoes. Mothman, light 'em ups.
Because that's what? That's what I would used to do. I would eat my little penny store candy and watch this show, or I would like put popcorn in the microwave and watch the show. But do people still buy penny store candy? Because we used to buy that at a laundromat, actually.
I was gonna say I don't think there's too many penny store candy shops open, and if they
Oh,
are, they're
man.
fronts for like human trafficking.
Well, they all
probably.
were. In hindsight, they all were. So I'll finish with this. I enjoyed that episode on Unsolved Mysteries. It was the one about the town who had the bully Ken Rex McElroy.
Ooh, yeah.
The town that no one saw a thing. That was the episode title, and it was this bully that was just terrorizing this small town. I believe it was in Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
And one day, allegedly, this town just mobbed this motherfucker, and they riddled his truck with bullets. And
Yep.
when the police came, the town police department came, they asked, did anybody see what happened? And nobody in the town said anything. And they kept that secret because that's how much they hated this man. And I just remember, like, Jesus, it's one thing to kill a guy and get away with it, but to have all those witnesses just not say anything, like, wow, man, I was actually kind of proud of him. I mean, not for killing the man, but actually keeping a secret.
Yeah, not snitching. Well, there's another documentary that came out. If you are interested in that, there was another documentary that came out of that same thing, and they talk about it. Oh, you did? Okay.
Pandemic. We went on it was really good because they not only talked about that singular moment of that guy just getting shot down, but they talk about the town of how it started like a whole curse that happened because nobody admitted to killing this man. So all of what happened afterwards was a result of that. Like, you had all these bad things, like kids being kidnapped and murdered and all these horrible things that they trace back to this one moment when this town decided to murder this man and, not confess. Nobody confessed to the murder. So that's the one thing I remember from Unsolved Mysteries that stood out. Like, damn, they just murdered this guy and just got away with it.
Yeah. I think that's
update.
The fact that the town did get away with it, and now their children all have cancer. Prostate cancer. Man, I gotta stop joking about that shit. That's not. People are gonna find that funny. Some sick individual will. Well, if I can make you laugh, that's all I care about.
I'm still sick, but
if I don't see you laugh, then I'm completely fucked. So, just to be real quick, like other episodes that they had to, or ones that people really did enjoy. There's the Zodiac Killer one.
Kurt Cobain.
Did they have Cobain?
Yeah, they did.
Tom and Shud case. Let me see. Severed Feet mystery, which. I gotta look into that one. The dead woman who named her killer, the boy in the box, Jeanette De Palma case. There was a case that was Unsolved Mysteries, and I cannot remember it. And if my mom does, it was actually about her friend, and she was murdered in her house. Update. My mom was friends with her. I remember seeing the episode. She got really upset, and I asked her what happened. It's like, that was my friend. Update.
Visit the website, After School Special Podcast. We're on Twitter, After School SPE3 on Twitter. We're on Instagram, After School Special Podcast. We're on TikTok. Don't remember the...
Update. You can find Aaron yelling on a street corner.
Update.
Hey everyone, it's Aaron from After School Special Podcast. Like what you hear so far? But don't forget to subscribe and download the show on whatever platform you get your podcasts. And just a friendly reminder, we have new episodes out every Friday. Thanks for listening, everyone. You're on the podcast.
I am?
Yep.